Hi you guys, BreeKel here with a new video for you. In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and give you an update. It's been a minute since I posted and I'm going to explain why. I have some really fun news. I'm going to be doing a really fun project, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. So if you're interested in all things sewing, fashion, and design, please be sure to subscribe because this channel is made for you. Okay, so some updates with me first. It is the new year. Where I left off was kind of filming a behind the scenes of my birthday show, I believe. That was back in July. And then in August, later that month, I actually got let go from my 9 to 5 job. And the reason why this is kind of like it really sucked for me at that time, well, it's always going to suck whenever you lose a job, but that job kind of helped me work up into my dream job, which is obviously fashion and sewing and having my own business and, just being a designer. So, I'd work my 9 to 5 job, come home, work on the business, just basically what like any startup business does. But in August, unfortunately, they had to let a lot of people go, and it sounds like to me they just weren't making as great as sales as they used to, which is very sad because it was a very booming business at the time when I was working there. And the reason why it's so devastating to me is because I've been with that job for 6 years. I started that working within that job around the time when I was in school getting my degree in fashion design, and I was really trying to make a goal that that would be like my last 9 to 5 job before I really got into my own business and just taking care of myself or with my business. And yeah, I don't know, it was just like really sad the way how that job kind of ended because I didn't expect for it to end. But I was a seamstress, of course. I was a seamstress within that job. I would make firearm and camping gear equipment, so I would help them figure out patterns, make all the product, basically just like any other tech job within sewing. So it wasn't necessarily fashion, but it was still tech sewing related. So I was doing really good at that job. Really have no complaints for it. It's just kind of sad how it got let go and it kind of ended. But anyways, moving forward in actually October. So what's crazy is during the summer, the best way for, my personal business, I would kind of call around different alteration shops or bridal shops and ask if there's any alterations or extra work that they need done, and that would kind of help with my kind of self-made business. And I called in a bridal salon called Palmetto Bridal, and the owner's name is Rochelle. And we were kind of like going a little bit back and forth for a second there, but then she finally opened up a location in Provo, and she was starting to get a lot of work. So then in October, she called me in and hired me full time. So I am now working at Palmetto Bridal, which is just so exciting to me because I love alterations. It's definitely more of a fashion forward job and something that I would want to retire into if my fashion dreams didn't work out, basically. So I'm very excited that Rochelle was able to hire me on. So with this channel, I'm going to go ahead and film kind of behind the scenes footage on what it's like to be a seamstress, doing alterations for bridal, and just kind of like what that is about, because this channel is very fashion forward, sewing, anything related to like that category, of course, because I am designer BreeKel, so I feel like that kind of makes sense to go with the channel. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Rochelle and maybe have her in some of my clips if she's cool with that, which I already know she is. She's super chill and she's so adorable. But anyway, so I'll be at Palmetto with some of my vlogging, and I'll kind of show you the place next time I'm there. Anyway, now let's go ahead and get to my really fun project I want to tell you guys about. This is so exciting. Okay guys, for this next project, this next design that I will be working on, I'm very excited to announce that I'm going to be a featured designer in the Great Salt Lake Project. And the Great Salt Lake Project is to help bring awareness to the Great Salt Lake in Utah, by the way. So I'm not going to go into full detail on the Great Salt Lake, but as most of you know, the Great Salt Lake is kind of going extinct, basically, is the best way I can explain it. Soon there's not going to be enough water, and it is very important that we bring awareness to the Great Salt Lake so that way we can go into looking to fix the Great Salt Lake. Have you guys educate yourself, and I'll link some videos down below on why it's important. I'm going to be featured as a designer to design some pieces for the Great Salt Lake to help bring awareness to it. And Chris Carlson is the photographer and producer that is putting together this shoot. So what he's doing is that he's asked a variety of designers to design pieces that are based off the Great Salt Lake. So this could be scenery, animals, plants. Personally, for me, I'm going to be designing a piece off of the belted kingfisher, which is a bird that lives in Salt Lake. And I'm going to go ahead and put a picture right here on what the bird looks like. And let me go ahead and show you my sketch. So I'm going to be making a jumpsuit based off of this bird. And the reason why I have an orange piece in the middle, as you see within the previous picture, is that the females are the only ones that have orange feathers. So I decided that I wanted to represent the female kingfisher bird because, of course, I love designing women's wear and I just love to design a good jumpsuit. There's just something about wearing a jumpsuit that feels very empowering but yet very feminine. So that's why I've decided to represent the female kingfisher within a jumpsuit because there's something about that jumpsuit that just brings that elegance and sophistication. So anyway, and then of course I'm going to add orange detailing, which is going to be a flounce. And then the white part around the waist is going to be a tight fitted corset. And then on the shoulders is going to be some feathers, of course. So I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of vlog out my process on designing this. I'll do the fittings. I'm going to be doing a model call later. It's very important that I find a model that is committed. She understands the project, like she understands to bring awareness to the Great Salt Lake. Maybe could be a little bit passionate about it or at least respects the project. And I think the biggest thing for me as well is that she needs to know how to be able to pose for this photo shoot because it is going to be editorial. She needs to have a good walk so here's the rundown. I didn't tell you yet. My bad. So my goal is to finish this project at the end of February, and then we are going to be doing a photo shoot sometime in March or April. And then after that, in the fall, probably the end of October, beginning of November, we will be doing a fashion show and then a gala as well. So, yeah, so just kind of more updates on that. I'll kind of explain more as I go because we're not totally have a set date on times and dates, but basically in the fall is when the fashion show is going to be. So that's why this is going to be kind of like a different part video of my process. So anyway, sorry, that was like so long-winded. I just kind of feel like this is kind of such a big project that there's a lot to explain. But anyway, let's go ahead and get sewing, you guys. I cannot wait to get into this project and let's get going. Let's get sewing. Okay, one more thing is that I got another update on me is that I got my hair done. So of course I've always had my bangs, but my mom cut layers in my hair and then gave me highlights. And then I did color my hair purple. It has faded out because I've done a lot of washes to it by now, but I'll go ahead and put pictures up here for you guys to see. Now I think what I'll do is probably add one more thing of color to it, and then after that, honestly, I think I probably will just stick to my natural color, or I might just go black or just like a darker brown, because honestly my hair is just so dark that it doesn't take fun colors very fun, and I really wanted to do a fun color. But anyway, so this is kind of my hair, what it is right now. It's not really done, but I'm just kind of over here sewing. But anyway, I just wanted to give you that update. But anyway, let's get sewing, you guys. Okay, guys, so I have decided to do a model casting call. It's going to be on January 31st. It's very important that I find someone that is committed, knows how to pose, because we will be doing an editorial shoot, has a good walk for the fashion show, and respects or has a passion for the Great Salt Lake and understands the importance of this project. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of film behind the scenes of the photo shoot and how it went. Here are the clips from that casting call. Okay guys, I am going to be having a model call. I am at my job, Palmetto Bridal, and it is going to be about 6 o'clock when all of the models will show up. Yeah, I posted on my Instagram a model call looking for one committed girl that can do the photo shoot for the GSL project and then come to the governor's gala and the fashion show. So I'm now just getting ready for the girls to come. They should be here soon, and I'm gonna document and film how it's gonna go. So yeah, they should be here soon. Okay, you guys, so now after the model call, I have decided to go with Marin, and today is the first official fitting. Today is Sunday, February 8th. It's about 2 o'clock in the evening. I'm here over at Palmetto where I'm going to go ahead and do the fitting. So big thank you to Rochelle for letting us do the fitting here. Yeah, so I'm just going to check a few things on how the garment is fitting. I really want to look into seeing if I want to do maybe a princess seam instead, but I'll go ahead and just kind of do behind the scenes of the fitting and how it's going and how everything is fitting. So yeah, let's get going, you guys. Okay, guys, Marin and I have went ahead and finished the fitting. Everything is turning out so great. I'm so excited. Marin is just the exact model I was looking for this project. I feel that she is just so fit for it in just every way. She does editorial already. She knows how to post. She knows how to walk. She's committed, and she's also very committed to the Great Salt Lake, and she understands the reason why we need to bring awareness to it. But overall, as you saw in the previous clips, it's just fitting so great. For the next fitting, we're going to go ahead and do that next Sunday, which will be February 15th. Today is the 8th. That is a Sunday. And let me think. I'm going to go ahead and do that princess seam. I decided I think that that will help shape the girls a lot better. And I think we're going to go ahead. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and use my trousers pattern instead of the original pant pattern that I did. And then as of right now, I still need to order some new professional designer BreeKel's tag, and then I need to order some more beads. So I'm going to go home, work on the pattern, and yeah, get ready for next Sunday and then get ready for this next week. So I'll go ahead and continue filming my process on how it's going and how everything is looking. So stay tuned. Okay guys, I am back at my place. I just wanted to go ahead and show you the pattern and show you what changes that I'm going to make. So I decided to add a piece of fabric right here so that way I can add the detailing on how it will fit on the waist seam. Do you see on my sketch how the waistline is at a slant? This is called a basque waist seam, and it's where the center front falls straight down. So I want that shapes to lay a lot more beautifully. So that's why I added this piece of fabric right here so I can add a little bit more room right here. And then the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is lower this bust seam so that way it fits more comfortably. I'm also going to have, so this part is the corset piece. So this is going to have boning and then wire cups. Or sorry, this piece right here is going to have boning and then wire in the bust seam, so that way it gives it that structure that I'm looking for. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a princess seam right along here so it fits the girls a lot more beautifully. And then yeah, I adjusted the pins up here so that way I have enough room to fit that shoulder padding. So yeah, I'm so excited. Okay guys, I just wanted to let you know if you wanted to see daily updates on this project or what I'm currently up to, please go follow me over on Designer BreeKels over on Instagram and on TikTok. Again, that's Designer BreeKels, and I will see you guys over there. And then for the back, I'm going to go ahead and raise the waist seam as well, so that way it gives it that design detailing that I was telling you about, how it's going to be kind of like at a curve, but then it kind of follows through beautifully right in the middle of her seam. I hope this makes sense. I'm such a visual person. That's why I have to show you my sketch on what it means. And other than that, there is a little bit more detailing, or there is a little bit more fitting that I need to do, but I'm going to wait until the next fitting just because I want to make sure that the front is turning out okay. And then the sleeve fit perfectly well, so I'm not worried about the sleeve. This is the fabric, the muslin fabric to the pants. I decided to not use this fit anymore. I want to use my trousers instead, just because I give it more of a draped look, and then that corset. I think it'll just make the corset look so much better too with the draped pants. So I don't know. I'm so excited. It's all turning out great. So I'm now going to adjust the pattern and just kind of hang out and then get ready for the next fitting, which will be next Sunday. So yes, it's turning out so great. I'm so excited. Lyrical boss, I rely like a chisel. Okay, you guys, I've decided to kind of stop working on the pattern because I wanted to take a minute and sketch the front, back, and side. I wanted kind of a more detailed sketch of everything, and I realized on the princess seams how I was going to make it straight right here. I'm kind of realizing I think I actually want it to be this type of a princess seam where it's at the curve coming from the bust, that how there's that dart that usually goes right here. And the reason why I'm starting to realize this will look so much better is because I do have a seam on the sleeve, just like a jacket seam, or that seam that is on most jackets. And so I am going to go ahead. I did finish the other pattern, so this is with the straight princess seam, but I'm going to go ahead and adjust the pattern. I already kind of retraced it, and so now I'm going to go ahead and like add the seam allowance, and I now need to decide where that sleeve is going to lay so that way it matches up perfectly with that princess seam, because I think that just looks so much better than the straight princess seam. But anyways, I just realized that little update I'm going to do, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust this pattern and keep at it. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I didn't film, but I went ahead and finished making my pattern, and then I cut out the next sample for the next fitting, which will be with Marin on February 15th. I went ahead and cut out the pattern pieces so they're ready to sew up. In part 2, I will go ahead and show you how the second fitting goes and just continue my process from there. So if you're interested in all things sewing, fashion, and design, please be sure to subscribe. And if there's anything you'd like to learn how to make, sew, anything like that, it could be pattern making, Adobe Illustrator, anything related to do with fashion, please let me know. Please comment down below and let me know. And yeah, I hope you guys, today is Valentine's Day when I'm filming this clip, so I hope you guys will have a great Valentine's. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And please, again, go check out the gsl.luxury Instagram account. It's going to help bring awareness to this project, which is for the Great Salt Lake. Please go give Chris some attention too, because he is the one putting this all together, and Marin as well. Please go give her attention as well. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in part 2. Okay, thanks. Bye. Happy sewing. Okay, guys, for this next project, I am very excitedly happy to announce, I don't know if excitedly is a word, but it's fine.
Basically, just like any other tech job within sewing, so it wasn't necessarily fashion. Here's Kelly.
On the shoulders is going to be some feathers, of course. So, yeah. There's Callie again. Watch out, Callie. Come on. There you go. And like I mentioned before in my previous clip, it's very important. Stop. Stop doing that. Come here. My Callie. My Callie boo. Flipping her tail.